Hello, my name is Michael Tubolino, and I want to thank you for your time today. I'm a student at the Colorado School of Public Health, and I want to talk today about drowsy driving in Colorado. Imagine you're in law school. You just set out for a 6-hour drive home, and it just happens to be daylight savings time, so you lost an hour of sleep. You do everything in your power to stay awake on the highway. You blast the AC, you roll down the windows, but your eyes remain heavy. And suddenly, your car veers off the road and collides directly with a Greyhound bus. This is what happened to Jim Berkowitz. He was a law school student at Wake Forest Law School in North Carolina, and he was only 24 years old. Jim died because of drowsy driving. Unfortunately, this isn't just a rare event that happens in North Carolina. Colorado has the third most driving fatalities due to sleep fatigue. That's why today I want to call on the Colorado Department of Transportation to implement a drowsy driving safety campaign. I want to tell you today how dangerous drowsy driving is in Colorado, who's at risk, and how CDOT can help keep Coloradans safe now. So how dangerous is drowsy driving? Well, drowsy driving accounts for more accidents on our roads than drugs and alcohol combined. Now, truly, I'm not condoning impaired driving, but the advantage to being drunk or high is that you have a reaction. See, the insidious side of fatigue is something called a microsleep. It's essentially after a chronic sleep deprivation of 7 hours or less over the course of a week, your eyelids can partially or fully close. You lose all perceptual faculties. And compared to a drunk driver, you have no reaction. And it only takes about 2 seconds at 30 miles per hour at a modest angle for your car to become a 2-ton missile on the road. Drowsy driving can be fatal. This is why we need a safety campaign. So we know how dangerous it is. But who's at risk of drowsy driving? And who do we need to educate? Well, teens and young adults in Colorado, 25 years of age or less, are involved in half of all the crashes. They need to be educated about these dangers. Additionally, shift and night workers, they make up 15% of our workforce. They work overnight, and they work rotating shifts. People like police officers or firefighters, they need to be educated. They are unaware currently of this problem. Additionally, healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, who are exhausted at the end of a long shift at the hospital could end up back in the hospital because of their misinformation. So until we do something about this, until we educate the public, everyone, every Coloradan on the road is in danger. So we know how dangerous drowsy driving is. We know who needs to be educated about it and who's at risk. But what can CDOT do right now to keep Coloradans safe? Well, data collection could be improved. Right now, drowsy driving data is underreported. And CDOT can make it a requirement for crash reports to look into how sleepy or fatigued drivers are before they get in accidents. CDOT can also increase educational and awareness activities. They can require drivers who are first getting their license to know about drowsy driving before they get them. And they can use their advertisement dollars to tailor messages to at-risk populations who are already on the road and unaware. Finally, CDOT can use infrastructure to influence driver behavior. The Utah Department of Transportation put up signs on I-70 and reduced drowsy driving accidents by 63% just by reminding drivers to stay alert, telling them that the next exit is 5 miles away and to be cautious. So CDOT can do these simple things now to keep Coloradans safe. So in closing, I urge you to please participate in a drowsy driving safety campaign. Drowsy driving is dangerous. We know who's at risk, and we know what can be done right now to keep us safe. Every 30 seconds, someone gets into a fatigue-related car accident in the United States. And since I started talking, about 8 accidents happened. The current Colorado Transportation Safety Plan calls for 0 transportation deaths. Let's get that number to 0. Let's put this issue to bed once and for all.